The opioid epidemic nearly devastated our region, but federal restrictions with prescription medication meant that epidemic subsided, which was good news.
And then came the bad news. Another dangerous drug that eagerly stepped in its place, and in a big way. Ashley Sharp brings us the first story in a two-part series unpacking why we're seeing methamphetamine make a comeback. Ashley?
Well, Josh and Sarah, deaths involving stimulants, primarily due to methamphetamine, have increased rapidly over the past 5 years. In Washington County, Tennessee, of 30 drug arrests since December, 19 were for meth. Law enforcement are trying to stop this constant flow of this drug into our region, but it's not that simple. Law enforcement nationwide and here in the Tri-Cities are at war with methamphetamine.
It's overwhelming. It's every single day we're signing search warrants.
After the federal government cracked down on access to prescription medication, cooling off the opioid epidemic in recent years, dealers saw a new opportunity. Washington County, Tennessee Sheriff Keith Sexton says our region is a target.
The drug dealer would say we can get twice the money here than we can get in other cities.
There is so much money involved, and they have an almost endless market for it.
Judge Stacy Street says once opioids became harder to get, meth filled the need. It's cheap and available.
This is a whole different game and a whole lot of more users. That opioid epidemic got so many people that would not otherwise use drugs addicted. And these drug dealers are trying to fill that void.
When an addict can't get one drug, they're going to go to the next drug that's is readily available. And drug cartels, they know this.
The Tennessee Department of Health reports from 2016 to 2020, there was a nearly 600% increase statewide in overdose deaths related to meth alone. Congresswoman Diana Harshbarger says the problem is only getting worse.
We're going to lose a whole generation to this overdose effect. That not only affects families, it tears them apart.
The meth epidemic of today has evolved. Now it's not so much meth labs that cops can go bust, it's become more complicated to track down the source.
This is a different meth than you saw made in mobile homes and in cars and in hotel rooms. This is 100% pure methamphetamine coming from Mexico.
Well, now you don't have those meth labs because it's synthesized and it's being brought in from California and from Mexico. And there's nothing to stop them right now.
Harshbarger believes the solution starts at the U.S.-Mexico border.
All this stems from having a wide open border. The roads that were created to build the wall are now being used to traffic illicit substances by the cartels.
Overdose deaths can also be linked to meth laced with fentanyl, another substance coming across the border. Local law enforcement hoping for more than just locking up those addicted.
I would like to see a little more emphasis on addiction, helping these people as they leave the detention center so they don't repeat offend.
And when they come out, if they don't have the tools to deal with that addiction, then that cycle is going to repeat itself.
Tonight on the news at 6, we're going to break down what the solution is here, and it includes a new law that Representative Harshbarger got signed by the president and the need for more treatment.